Hey, Huey again. I am that political scientist turned comedian turned TikToker. Those don't even include my other endeavors back in China. And now that TikTok is getting banned, I have to try to become a YouTuber. Lucky me. So far, my biggest achievement on YouTube is having guested twice on Destiny and Kyla's Bridge podcast. I'll put the links below. Anyhow, today I'm gonna talk about a topic old as fuck, but still confusing a lot of people. Why did Putin invade Ukraine? Putin finally made a super clear statement about why he started the war. He's been vague for years, but not this time. The dude really spilled his guts.
Знаете, когда у нас все спокойно, размеренно, стабильно, нам скучно. Застой. Хочется движухи. Как только начинается движуха, все свистит у виска. И секунды, и пули, к сожалению, и пули сейчас свистят. Так нам страшно. Ужас, ужас. Ну, ужас. Но не ужас, ужас, ужас. Все измеряется экономикой.
Yup, he started a war that killed 1 million people because the economy was stagnating. I'm not even the least surprised about this. Well, I'm kind of surprised that he admitted it, but I'm not surprised at all about the content, because this is a textbook example of a diversionary war. Just Google it. Every international relations class would teach you that concept. It's old as time. Of course, he did it to distract people from the shitty state of their domestic politics and economy. It can't get more predictable than that. The only surprising part about all this is how many Americans stick their necks out trying to find fancy excuses for Putin, like the NATO expansion, like the Russian speakers in Ukraine, like the biolabs. Are you listening to yourself? Why would Putin care about all this trivial shit? You think he's Mother Teresa or something? Russia has been expanding for centuries. Where was the fucking United States back then? Did NATO threaten Peter the Great? It was always about seeking economic resources to secure the domestic power. You heard of Occam's razor, right? You don't need a complicated explanation of something when the simple ones are doing just fine. What's so special about Putin that requires you to search for a complicated, novel explanation? That cognitive gymnastics is the real puzzle here. Putin is not a puzzle. He's as typical a dictator as can be. You know one of them, you know all of them. The real puzzle is the American Putin apologists. These people sound like they can't believe countries steal territories from each other, which was literally the most generic shit ever. Just read a fucking book, doesn't matter which one. Just go to the history section of any library and just grab a random copy. It's all about robbing territories and securing the crown. It's like the morning coffee equivalent of world history. When people talk about American politicians, nobody will say, oh, this guy is just totally altruistic. He just wants to serve the country, right? Nobody will say that. Even though they are elected officials, nobody will see them as altruistic. But when it comes to Putin, why all of a sudden the assumptions just changed? Like everything was done out of a good heart. What the? Is he built different? I don't see a fucking halo or something. People sometimes accuse me of demonizing Putin. Oh my god, I'm not demonizing him. It's you guys who are angelizing him. It's you guys who are making unrealistic, counterintuitive assumptions about a tyrannical fuck. That dude is just one of thousands of rulers who pulled the same shit. When you see Genghis Khan conquering all those territories, are you gonna say, oh, he just wants to protect Mongolian speakers? What? Then why would you say the same about Putin? He has all the typical red flags. He's a lifelong ruler who doesn't want to retire ever. That's always the worst sign. And he runs a country that's culturally crazy about expansion. And third, he stole territories from Georgia, another neighboring country, which means he has priors. And he's literally numb to body bags. He doesn't have the slightest psychological discomfort about dead people. What else do you need to know? How can you look at all these facts in addition to his own confession, assume anything good about his intentions? Let me explain the Occam's razor again. Let's say a man knocks down an old lady and runs away with her purse. Two people saw the incident. And the person A says, I think that man committed a robbery with monetary motive. And then the person B says, I think there's a secret weapon in that purse. And the man tried to stop the old lady from hurting someone else. Who makes more sense? Even though we can't get into the head of the robber, we know person A's conclusion is based on thousands of data points in the past. It may not be 100% accurate, but it's beyond reasonable doubt. But person B's theory is based on no empirical pattern at all. So if you believe person B, or if you amplify person B's ideas on the internet, there's a good chance that you are a conspiracy theorist. In that case, you should probably subscribe to my channel and chill the fuck out.